Hey guys, before the video starts, I just wanted to say I have a giveaway in my Discord, which you can find in the description below, where I'm giving away 10 Beast of Bermuda accounts for the holiday season, given to me by Pred. Thank you so much, and enjoy the video. Hey guys, it's Rav. Today I'm going to be teaching you how to play Bob, if this is like your first time, basically. Going right into it, we're going to go into multiplayer. I don't recommend playing community servers as your first pick. That way you can actually learn how to play the game. So play officials first. I will say it outright. You probably aren't going to make a lot of like true friends, we'll call them, unofficial. If you want to do that, you're probably going to have a better time on the community servers. But you can always grow in the free groups over here too. We're going to go right into 01. Some users, it might take longer or shorter to load into the game. My PC's pretty good at doing it fairly fast. Satiation is a pretty big map. AP, Rival are usually not this long. Just so, like, in case any of you guys don't know that. I have 32 gigabytes of RAM. So, maybe if I had more, it'd be a little faster. But we'll just wait to load in. Loading into the game. You probably won't have this as a first time player. So real quick, I'll just kind of show you guys what it's probably gonna look like. It's gonna look like this. Load the level. So if this is your first time playing the game, there's 3 creatures that you can really play, which are PT, which is this guy right here. This guy can fly around the map. He can dive in underwater. If you right click, you'll do a dart. The second option is Mega Raptor, which is down here. This guy is the fastest land creature in the game. I'm going to be honest, this is like the most meta creature in the game at this moment. It's very fast. Has a get out of jail free card ability. Like, it's just very strong, very fast. It's great at swimming. Like, it's actually crazy. It's basically another semi-aquatic. And the last dino, if you only want to play aquatics, that I would recommend playing as, is Elasmo. Elasmo, if you're a new player, might not be easy to fight with. But it is very good at traversing the map because it's just so fast. It's the fastest creature in the ocean. At the time of this video, I believe. Just base. But we're going to be playing Teardown today. Just so I can easily show you things. So if you press spacebar, you can fly. That's also jump for creatures are not flyers. If you come over here, this is a great thing. So these blue shrines basically, or these shrines in general, allow you to do different things. I'm not going to talk about the other two today because they're just not very good for most scenarios when you're first starting. But what you're going to do is you're going to take this trinket right here, and you are going to bring it to a green speed shrine. The blue shrine is survival, the red shrine is combat, and the green shrine is speed. There's a green one over here. I know that because I played the game. But if you look above, see that little like thing that's spinning? That's actually a compass. That is the North Star over there. And if we go this way, you'll see there's like this little monolith with a green crystal in it. And that's where the shrine will be. Any creature can do this. And basically what it does is, I believe the green shrine, it's a 50% growth increase, I want to say. I always forget that exact number. We'll see here in a second. If you're ever confused about any of that stuff, oh, I took injury. I'll show you how. But you go to the speed shrine with the trinket in your mouth. If you get hit or you eat something, the trinket will go away. So remember that. But once you're here, you're going to go to blessing and do 60 minutes. I recommend 60 if this is like your first time. That way you just get the max blessing. So we're going to claim it. And when I walk away, we are going to press the O menu. And you'll see here that I am currently growing quite fast because I got blessed. You've been blessed by the mobility deity, swift as the wind. The speed deity, oh wow. The speed deity has greatly increased my speed. The blessing comes at a cost. You will grow hungry and thirsty as well, which, well, I will talk about next. So if you look on the right over here, this is your HP. This is also the comfort meter, which I'll explain in a little bit. This orange kind of color is your AP, which is basically your ability power. It's how you do your attacks And it's also how you do your abilities. Do the ability. I'll have to figure out how to do it later. But that, and then this green or yellow thing is your stamina. Which is how you jump. Which is how you sprint. That's how you gain speed. The blue teardrop is your water, and the fish-looking thing is your food. Some creatures will have like a piece of meat, which is basically a true carnivore, and then some others will have a leaf, which is a herbivore, and then finally there's the omnivores, which I believe is like kind of fruit-looking thing. I'll show it to you guys maybe later, or it'll be on the screen right now. I'll edit it in. Next, we have the O menu. So when you go over here, it tells you all your stats, but it's like by number. So I have 126 HP. My ability power is 100. My stamina is 90. Comfort is 50. Now comfort is basically, it does affects a few things. So what it does is it makes you grow faster. I think you need 67 comfort to grow at the max speed. To do that, you'll need to eat bias, which you can easily get by the yellow flowers that are around the map. They're all right here, literally. So when you eat this, it'll give you bias. Land. And I eat that, and I'll get 1. So usually you can get 67 pretty easily. I recommend putting a few points in resilience if you're first starting, as well as weather resistance. That way you don't get struck by lightning, which there are weather effects in this game, such as flooding and lightning and rain, even forest fires. So that's like something that's very unique about Beast of Bermuda compared to the other 2 dino games. Keep going. Water, food and water. So when you first drink, like most water sources, a lot of them have this basically a shield. I don't know, I shouldn't call it that. Yeah, it's a shield. So it depends on how excited you are when you get to the water source. And also it's how you get your water trial. So we'll just land here. And we'll drink. And you can see on the bottom right that the water is going up, but there's also this kind of glowing, shiny, like filament almost surrounding it. And that is the quote-unquote shield that basically will prevent me from losing water over time. The same thing applies for your food, except it's a little different for every single one. So if you go over here, oh, there's my ability. I just have to get enough speed. But piscivores, which is what I think that's how you say it. I might butcher that. But they're basically the fish eaters. They get not bias. They get the shield or satiation from fish and the Argo fish, which is the an AI fish in the game. Now I don't know if it's over here, but you can see them like in the water. So those little red dots are the non-AI fish. They're called chinla, I believe. When you go in here, that's a mala. Don't worry too much about it. Those guys can kill you. Careful. But you just eat them, and then you'll see I ate it. And try to eat another one. We can show it a little easier. Come on. So I ate another one. And okay, maybe those don't give you satiation. It's been a while since I've played one of these guys. But the main thing is you can eat those without getting negative bias. Most creatures that aren't piscivores will get negative bias from eating those fish. And yeah, that pretty much is that section. Malas can give player gore as well if you're a carnivore. So Moza, Rexes, Megaraptor, they can all kill those guys for food. They can kill you though. They will fight back if you're small. So just be careful about that. Another thing I want to talk about, since we're right by the water, is water strafing. I'm going to turn up my gamma really quick. That way you guys can see a little better. Under the water. That's the AI fish right there. But as you can see, like what I'm doing is called strafing. It's this action right here, where I just go back and forth, almost like I'm drifting, basically. And you do that, usually it's with the middle mouse button by default. But you want to do this because when you're in fights, it can help if you're in the water. And if you go to your settings, which is escape, a little higher, which is escape, options, control settings, it's right here. So I'm going to be, these two, left and right, Put these on keys you will never touch because they're useless. You only want this middle mouse button one, and I recommend putting it on a macro that's easier to touch. When you're in the middle of combat, it can be kind of hard to switch your fingers. I have mine on a Razer mouse macro, so it's a lot easier for me personally. But that's something I see a lot of new players when they start playing, is they don't know how to strafe. So they'll like basically just do this, which just takes a lot longer to turn. It's harder to see because I'm on Pterodon, but it's a lot harder to do. It's easier just to strafe and turn usually. So that's just something I wanted to talk about very briefly. Going into talents and inherits. So if you press the T menu, these are your talents, and these kind of purple things are inherits. Which, wow, I got +2 aqua on this guy. Anyways, so basically, talents are what you can do to increase your base, like creature, basically. So I can get more stamina. I can make it easier for me to take off as a flyer. I can be a lot quieter. And inherits just increase that. So instead of being fast, I'm really fast with inherits, if that makes sense. It just boosts the talent you put in. There are some talents on your creature that can only be activated if you put points in it. For instance, Sturdy. Pterodon does not naturally have Sturdy, so you have to put points into it to activate it. And you can get inherits at certain growths. So 0.45, 0.6, 0.8, 1.0, and 1.2 are all where you will get your inherits. Now I explained it a little earlier, but if you press the C key, that's like your compass and smell. Right now it's kind of hard because this official server is pretty dead at this moment. But if there were people around me, you would basically see their scents, which look like giant clouds. Over there, that's a shrine. You can also see water sources if you get close enough. I think I saw one earlier. And they're just very good ways of finding information. You're going to use this mostly to find other players and find points of interest for the most part. So don't be afraid to spam this if you have to, especially as a new player. Make sure you keep eating these bias flowers. Oh, that's awkward. Make sure you keep eating bias flowers, keep your bias up. That way your comfort can keep you alive. If you go below 30, or actually it might be a little lower, you start to lose HP, so keep that in mind. Now if you want to join a group in Beast of Bermuda, you want to press the tab key. This will basically open up all of the player menus, and then if you look here, there's a group finder. So as you can see, there's a little side group and there's a little Koa group that is named that. But if you don't have one for your creature, like I see there's no Pterodon groups, so I'm going to go here to post group. I'm going to name it PT, and I'm going to click enter. And on the bottom left here, you can see the group is posted. The name is PT by me, Rav. Now, this means your group is open, so probably not right now because this server is fairly dead at this moment. But there might be people who join the group, and you know, it's just kind of a matter of time. On Official 2, I'd probably get a few players in by now, or I could just join a group there. It just depends on who's on and stuff. That's the video, guys. Remember that there's a giveaway in my Discord for 10 Beast of Bermuda accounts. I made this guide for new players who might be coming in due to the Christmas season. I would love to see new players. Have a Merry Christmas.